Welcome to the Legends of Lothos. I am the DM, Casey, and to my right we have
I'm Chris, and my character is going to be Aranon Solstein,
to the right of
Dwarven
my
Wizard.
Yep, to the right of my right we have.
My name is Pete. I'm playing a human warlock. His name is Roan.
All right, and to the left.
Hello, I am Matt, and I am playing Renton Oriner, Druid Halfling.
And to the left of the left.
I am Jake. I am playing a human fighter. His name is Aiden.
Yes, and thanks for... Oh, there's a good call, Matt. Running into audio issues right away. I get too, excited
Actually,
about all the things
hyped.
that are recording, so... I'm still not used to doing video and audio and all of the
Live.
things. We'll figure it out. Guys,
Yep.
thanks for tuning in for our very first episode of The Legends of Lothos. We're kind of all in this together. We'll see how it goes, and hopefully we figure it out easily. All right. For those of you in the chat, feel free to talk amongst yourselves and stuff. We're not going to be really paying attention to the chat a whole lot during the game, but stick around for a little after show while we'll take any questions that you have and just kind of deconstruct what happened during the game. All right. So, you guys were scattered all across Lothos in your different areas, doing whatever it was that you were doing when you received a letter. Adventurer, for many long years, Lothos has toiled in darkness without guidance, without hope. At long last, I have seen the light before the dawn. You may be my last hope. Come to the cracked mug in Krenas in 2 months' time. I have enclosed a small amount of gold for your traveling expenses. Signed, Adaramil, last of the Order of Mira. All right. So, kind of just explain to me how you got to Krenas from where you were. So, Krenas is a port town in the Ostcrest region, which is kind of the southern tip of the continent. And I guess we'll start with Aranon.
Well, I had come down south from the Dwarven lands, and then and the dwarves have been separate from the other races for a long time. And then joined a crafters guild and worked what little magic I could handle while smithing and doing alchemy and all that fun stuff. And then got the letter and came down south, just wagon to wagon.
Wagon to wagon, just...
Hitching a rides, putting my thumb up on the road.
All right. Okay. Roan.
Well, at my circle in Aina, so it's like a religious circle that we
Okay.
have going on there. Basically, my administration just told me that, I'm going.
All right.
got reassigned.
Thank you.
I got the job.
It's like we're new or something.
That's the water heater.
Oh, it's the water heater. We can't do anything about that one.
Can you turn up number 3?
Yes. There you go.
Perfect.
All right. Well, let's dive in with Renton.
Oh, yeah. I kind of grew up in the Ashwick area. I've been hunting and gathering, honing in my skills in this time when I got the letter. Traveling around the north by the mountains, coming down south, just kind of on my own, being a druid, honing in my skills.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those level 1 skills.
All right. Aiden.
I grew up in a blacksmith shop, and I haven't always enjoyed it the best, so I practiced with the sword on the side, and I entered a little tournament. Turns out I did pretty good, and caught the attention and got the letter, so I thought I'd go check it out.
All right. And then I'm assuming you traveled over land or sea or...
Yeah. Overland, no, nothing overseas. I haven't,
Not a boat fan, huh?
no.
All
Land
right.
lover.
Aiden's not a fan of boats. That's good to know. All right. So you guys arrive in Krenas, and it's a hub of trade for the region. So as you arrive into the city, the markets are bustling, ships are coming in constantly. There's silks coming in, spices, anything you could possibly want. For those of you who are from more remote areas of the world, this is definitely a new experience for you. Very different from the small towns and villages that you would be used to. You find the cracked mug fairly easily. It's a pretty nondescript tavern with a wooden bar sign above it above the door that's shaped like a mug, and it has like a crack in it. Very apt name. Like, it's pretty on the nose. And you arrive at the tavern as the sun is starting to set. The weather's turning a little bit. It's getting a little chilly, and like it's starting to sprinkle a little bit outside. And you guys kind of slowly filter in, separately. You have no idea who each other are yet. And as you, behind the bar, you see a middle-aged human with brown hair that's starting to gray, and is, wearing just a filthy shirt. It looks like he's been having just a long day, and, the bar is pretty packed right now.
All right. Oh, I'm gonna squeeze my way up to the bar. Is there enough space for me to get to the bar, or is it too packed?
No, you can definitely squeeze your way in.
I try to get the attention of the bartender.
What can I get you?
An ale.
All right. 1 silver, 2 copper.
Give him the 2 copper.
All right, he takes the 2
Hope
copper.
it's not 1 silver.
And I give him
No,
an
he
extra
takes the
copper
copper.
as a tip.
All right. Okay. And all right. So you have an ale now.
Yeah, and I go sit down in a corner if there's I guess
Just a reminder, this was on your guys' sheets, but I forgot to mention it at the beginning. You also received a small silver coin
Yeah,
with
I was
the
trying to
letter as
find
well.
the document, but I
Yeah.
couldn't on that.
Yeah.
is there any open tables?
There is. There's a couple of open tables, and it seems like as you're kind of watching the crowd, the bartender seems to be fairly friendly to the patrons, and it seems like there's a lot of regulars in here. Everyone kind of seems to know each other. It's almost a little Cheers-like.
I'll go sit down at a table, and while I drink my ale, I'll be rolling the silver coin in my hand.
Okay.
I make my way to the bar as well. They have barley wine. I'd probably drink barley wine.
They do, in fact, have a barley wine.
Okay, I'll have some of that. How much do I owe you, sir?
3 copper.
Okay, sounds good. I'm not used to big cities at all. I'm fairly nervous in my speaking and stuff. Well, I wouldn't say nervous, but just kind of uneasy, maybe. I don't know. But I kind of just bring out the silver coin that we got and kind of look at it and stuff.
Are
and
you?
then-
So where are you looking at it?
at the bar?
At
right
the
there.
bar?
Yeah, after I got my.
The barkeep kind of he sees the silver coin and his eyes, he perks up a little bit. So you're not from around here, are you?
Definitely
Are you
not.
looking for someone?
I might be.
Well, my name's Falgor, and I can probably help you out a little.
Well, hello, Falgor.
You're probably looking for a Daramil, right?
Yes, I am.
All right. He motions to a young half elf kind of sitting in the corner next to a really old elf in tattered clothes.
Oh,
I think that's the man you're looking for over there.
thank you very much. I leave him a copper or whatever.
Right, I need one second, and he pulls out a bottle of Ironhide Ale, which is the major brewery of
Oh.
Ostcrest, of the Ostcrest region, and just mass produced terrible beer.
Shit.
Nobody drinks. He pulls out. This is for a Daramil.
Sounds good. I look pleasantly well, thank you, and because you're being nice to me. I didn't expect nice people in the city. I don't make my way over to the tables yet. No.
All right.
And my character, I think he's just gonna find a table, kind of sit down, try to get his back against the wall, just kind of take it all in, and then he'll lay the coin down on the table as I'm just kind of resting, and then if somebody comes up, you know, to like a waiter or something like that, I'll order a drink. But
Kind of describe your appearance. Like, are you, you know, like, are you like a big burly dude, like, kind of like looking for trouble a little bit, or?
you know, I'm not the biggest guy that you see. I mean, I'm a little above average as far as size wise, but he's not the rough around the edges type. I mean, he kind of it's a little deceiving. I think he's one of those ones that will surprise you.
Okay.
So he's not gonna walk into a bar and everybody's like, that guy's gonna start a fight.
Okay.
So
How far apart is everybody from each other right now?
Like you guys?
Yeah, so he's
Specifically?
sitting at a table. He's sitting. In a corner,
Yeah,
I'm
they're,
at
they're
the bar.
probably about 2 tables away from each other. You're
Okay.
at the bar.
I'm
Like,
still
it's-
walking. I'm still
Yeah, you're still
waiting to
on,
express
yeah,
what
on
I'm
your
doing.
way. Yeah. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so I haven't really walked into the room fully.
Okay.
I don't know, just my background with the longsword, you know, just combat ready all the time. Just observing, see who's eyeing up my blade, you know.
I mind it up.
And I'm gonna see if I can maybe like pick anybody out of the crowd, anybody who's wearing like you know, fancy stuff.
Yeah, go ahead and roll a
Anything like
perception
that.
check.
Okay.
Ooh, first roll of the game.
'Cause I mean, it's the cracked mug. You know, there's not gonna be too many, you know, fancy
Yeah.
folk. You know.
Yep.
Are there any actual dwarves in here?
Well, I don't see a god dang thing.
What'd you roll?
That'd be like a 6. I
Okay.
think.
Yeah, you don't see.
Or
no,
actually,
well, I mean,
just be a 3.
you
No
you don't
bonus.
you don't really pick anybody like out of the. What's your passive perception?
Passive?
Yep.
Uh,
It's at the bottom there.
I don't know. I don't have anything there.
It's-
I used it.
What is it,
So-
Carlos? Is it
Is
10
it,
plus your wisdom or is it 8?
It's
10
plus.
10 plus your wisdom modifier.
So it's just your
Just 10.
your passive is 10.
Okay. Yeah.
Gotcha.
So you do like looking around. You really only see one other person that like you would deem as a combative threat, and it's like it's this like this human kind of like lounging at a table, like eyeing everybody up in the room.
Okay, I'm gonna watch that one.
And yeah, no,
See
he's
where they go.
he's definitely like he's the only one wearing armor, and
He's just chilling.
just chilling.
chilling out. Okay.
Yep.
Oh, he's actually not the only one wearing armor.
Oh, okay. Are you wearing armor?
Yeah,
Okay.
My wizard does wear armor.
All right.
I have leather armor, but it probably looks just like my normals.
Did you want to do anything with that information, or
Not yet. No.
all right?
How big is this bottle compared to my halfling size?
It's
like
I mean
a-
it's a 12-ounce bottle of
Okay.
beer. So
Didn't know if it was like a growler type thing.
no,
or
no,
whatever, and
just a regular like 12-ounce bottle of beer.
Okay.
Thinking Lord of the Rings.
I know, right?
Oh, it's a pint.
It comes in pints.
Well, I suppose I should maybe make my way over to the table, nervously, but confidently at the same time, I guess. Right.
All right, so you're just walking right up to Daramil. Oh, you also noticed the silver coin sitting on his table.
Oh, I've got one of
Yep.
those.
Oh, he's got one of those too.
Oh,
Oh.
yeah, yeah.
As I polish my drink off, I'll look at my silver coin and actually take a look around this time.
All
now
right,
that
go
I've
ahead and
finished.
roll a perception check.
13.
All right. Yeah. So you notice a like kind of a mysterious figure kind of walk in, and he like, and you see his eyes darting around, like seemingly instantly taking in everything in the room. And you see him, kind of like, and then you also see the fighter, lounging, and you see like the silver coin on his table.
Oh, now I have a spot to go. As soon as the strange person who just came in, who's been kind of on edge, sits down, is he making his way to that table?
That's a good question.
Don't refer to me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah, yeah.
The nervous
As
looking
soon as
one?
I saw it, I started making my way over.
So
I'll
they're,
follow behind him like a.
If they're making their way over, I feel like I run into them with walking my beer over to Artemil or whatever.
Do you spill it all over him too?
I know. Well, I catch it. I like do a fumble and catch. I can roll to see if I catch the bottle or not.
Yeah, let's do that. That sounds like fun.
Okay.
Acrobatics.
17, and I don't have anything to add to it.
Yeah, so as you guys were walking over, you almost trip over a halfling who's carrying like a bottle of beer and a mug. Like he's just like doesn't spill a drop.
Woo! That was a close one, guys. How's it going tonight?
Watch yourself.
Do I notice a coin yet?
Good day.
Good day.
You're not. Well, are you looking for?
No,
a coin?
I'm not.
Yeah,
I
no.
feel like this fumble or something. I might have saw at the table some coins and then maybe seen.
No.
No, don't. All right, I guess I'm walking over to Armel then.
Can you see above the tables?
Yeah, can I see above?
Yeah,
the
you can see
tables?
above the table.
Okay, that's good.
Yep. Yeah. All right. So you're walking over to Adharma. We'll get there in a second.
'Kay.
We're gonna have these guys meet up quick. So you're sitting at the table, taking everything in. You obviously see the guy come in and like he eyes you up, and then they're like you see two strangers now approaching you, a dwarf and a human.
Do I see the coins in their hands if they have them in their hands?
I don't have it in my hand right now.
Yeah,
No?
no, I don't expose that.
Well, I have it in like my fist, but I have it closed, so like nobody.
Yeah.
can
So
see
you see a
All
dwarf
right.
coming at you with a clenched fist.
just one clenched fist.
I just have my
And
hand.
it's not super. It's not like a fist. It's just like closed around it, like so
Yeah.
like I don't drop it or anything.
All right, my hand kind of slides this way toward the sword hilt, but nothing over the top yet.
All right.
But
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
you guys looking for a seat?
Well, I saw that you had one of these. I do hold up the coin.
Okay. You hold up the coin.
Well, Certainly, sir. Sit on down.
All right, I do sit down.
What about you, nervous one?
I just kind of like just barely exposes, just like look into my robes because I got my arms, just like just basic cloak, nothing fancy. But yeah, you guys see that I got it.
Well, you're welcome to have a seat also.
Yep.
Yep,
just
I'm gonna
like
sit down.
just a reminder. So the coin on one side, like it's about the size of a $50 and has a lute on one side and the head of a woman wearing a crown of flowers on the other.
So, do you know what this is about?
No, I was about to ask you the same thing.
Well, we did get paid though already, so there's that.
I hope that's not the only payment, though.
It was a good amount of payment for having to do nothing.
Yeah. We'll see what happens here. I'm not too sure about this yet.
Oh, it's at least going to be interesting, I hope.
Well, we'll see. Have you guys seen the guy we're supposed to meet yet?
No. Guess we could start asking around for this Adara mill.
Do we know that it's a Dharma? 'Cause
Yeah,
they
yeah,
told
it-
him-
like,
okay,
it's- he signed the
That's
letter.
right. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it's about time for me to grab another drink, so I'm going to go ask the bartender while I get another ale.
All right. And then we're gonna cut over to Renton. Renton, you approach the pair. It looks like the younger half elf is kind of like in like having like a one-sided heated conversation with Adharma. Like he's like I don't think they're gonna come. Like this is a waste of time. Why are we even here? Like,
I do a flip of the coin and it lands on the table. Just
Adharma looks over at you. So Adharma is like he's very old. He's definitely seen better days. Like his face is weathered. His hair is gray. He's wearing a long, like mottled blue cloak that's like slightly moth-eaten, and then he has a gold pendant with a lute around his neck. And he sees the coin drop on the table, and he looks up at you, and he has the biggest smile you've ever seen. Like he's just like, I just told that little shit. Like,
for a second there, I thought I took a lute earlier, but no, I took a accordion. Dang it.
I told you, Bruce, they would come.
They. I thought it was just for me.
Well, we may have sent out more than one letter. This is a bigger job. Have you met anyone else with the coins?
I have not yet, no.
Oh.
The nice bartender over there gave us beer to share, though, here. Or maybe it's just for you. I don't know for sure.
Oh, Falgor knows what I like. He takes the beer with a shaking hand. Bruce, open this, please. And Bruce opens the beer for him.
And was Adara mill an elf or a half elf?
Adharma is an elf. Bruce is a half elf.
Oh, so he's really old.
Yes, he's very old.
Damn. So how did you find me? Why me? I was traveling the lands in Ashwick, and somehow this letter ended up in front of me.
Let's just say in my travels we may have had a mutual acquaintance.
And I sit there thinking back for a little bit.
Yeah, and like Adaramil makes some like pleasant like small talk, like how is the road, and did you have any interesting adventures on your travels?
So he's
and-
pretty chummy.
Oh yeah, no, he like it seems like he's just happy to have somebody else to talk to besides Bruce.
Oh, good, good. Damn, Bruce.
All right, so you get back up to the bar.
Put another 3 copper coins on the bar top. Another ale. And you wouldn't happen to know if Adaramil's here.
Another one for Adaramil, eh? He's over in the corner talking to the short one.
All right. Thanks. And I head over to the table with my beer. Well, stopping by, though, to let these guys know. I found Adaramil right over there with that halfling.
Oh, yeah, he is small. Wow.
That's when I stand up and just start walking over there.
Yeah.
The goal is clear now. There he is.
It's clear we know where we're going.
All right, I'll get up and follow him.
Are one of you Adaramil?
I'm Adaramil. Oh, I know you. You're the dwarf.
You're right. I am a dwarf.
I'm so happy you're here. This
Well,
is very good.
Depending on how this goes, I may be happy I'm here too.
Well, hello, guy who tripped over me. I am Renton.
Technically, you ran into me.
Oh yes, introductions are important. Let's do Bruce, why didn't you remind me? I thought you knew that you needed to do that, okay?
Felicia.
All right. Well, so this delightful halfling here. This is Renton.
Nice to make your acquaintance, everybody.
And this surly dwarf is Aranon.
Yep, that's me.
Yep. He's a dwarf.
Well, yes, I am a dwarf, but
And
I'm
this-
more than just a dwarf.
And this strapping lad over here is Aiden.
Nice to meet you guys.
I hear he's really good at fighting things. He won some sort of tournament.
Tournament?
Yeah, no, he's always really good.
It's just a little local tournament.
And this mysterious fellow, this is Roan.
Very
Yes.
talkative.
Yes, now unfortunately, we do have some dark business to discuss. Bruce, go get some drinks, and we should probably retreat to a private room where there are fewer prying eyes and ears for eavesdropping. So Bruce goes and gets goes to get a bunch of he's mumbling to himself, well, I always have to go get everything. This is stupid. I don't. So he goes, and then Aramil he stands up and he's surprisingly spry. He gets up surprisingly quickly. He's like, this way, and he leads you to a small door off the side, and it leads to this private room. There's a big wooden table in the middle, a fireplace with a fire going in it, and there's some deer and deer heads mounted up, and there's a bear rug in front of the fire, and there's some overstuffed chairs that you can sit in as well. It looks like some sort of just private meeting room.
I plop down in a chair and make myself comfortable while I wait for another ale as I finish off my current one.
Yep. So as you guys sit down, Bruce comes in with a tray of drinks and sets it on the table, and shortly following Bruce, right behind him, is the barkeep, Falgor, and he's carrying a plate of meats and cheeses and a loaf of bread, and sets that down on the table as well, along with a jug of water. And he kind of nods at Adaramil and leaves.
Well, so Darmil, I gotta ask, what is it you want me to craft for you then? That you're willing to spend a down payment on and to bring me down here?
Oh, crafting. No. Something much more interesting than crafting. Yes.
Well, I'm not
So,
entirely sure what you brought me here then.
Well, for those of you, you know that the gods have been missing for a very long time.
Yeah,
Yes, and you know that the Order of Mira, you know what our purpose is.
vaguely, yes.
Okay.
What is your order?
Well, the Order of Mira, since the gods have vanished, we've been trying to find them. And we've been squashing out the false prophets and little cults that pop up. We go disprove them. It's quite fun, actually. It's quite fun. But yeah, I've been so in the years since the gods vanished, small groups of worshippers have popped up all over the world, creating churches and small little tiny followings. Just kind of doing their thing. Most of them harmless. But many have claimed to know the whereabouts of this god or that god or demigods. They just make them up. I don't understand it. And some have even claimed to be in contact with them and were carrying out their will. And that's when we get into a little bit of a problem, because they're usually doing something not so nice.
Huh.
Whew. There was this church that said Ustar wanted to kill all the gnomes. That is not true. Not true at all.
How do you know this, though?
Can you say that again? Can you say that again?
But Ustar wanted to kill all the gnomes?
If Ustar wishes.
I don't think he wishes.
I think we
Gods
found-
do as they wish.
He's a believer.
Well, we're all Well, I'm a believer too. That,
But you didn't believe in that.
Well, that's because I proved it wrong.
How did you prove that?
He was talking to a pineapple.
Huh, okay.
That pineapple must have had something against gnomes.
Pineapple's prejudice.
Anyway, so my order has spent our lives investigating these claims and trying to verify their authenticity, and one by one we debunked the charlatans and set right the misguided. Then I heard a rumor about an old dwarven cleric who was claiming to know how to bring the gods back. And I figured, well, this is going to be another routine mission. So I grabbed my buddy Bruce here. Yeah, I had to go. And we went to go investigate. When Bruce and I arrived in Woodport, we quickly learned that nothing about this would be routine. The poor cleric had been murdered. After asking around, and a few well-placed bribes, thanks for that, Bruce, we were able to learn a couple of very interesting things. The first being that he came to town looking for passage to Emish, which, as you know, is the location of the Order of Mira. That's where our headquarters are. If you didn't know that, now you do. Food for thought. Bruce, can you make me a sandwich, please?
Well, it sounds though like with that cleric being dead, it was like one less thing you had to do though. That loose end took care of itself.
We still had to investigate. What if he was right? What if he knew and he was coming to us? What kind of charlatan would come to the people who wanted to debunk him?
Oh, you're familiar with the dwarfs theory on what happened to the gods.
That they're hiding in a hole in the ground?
No, that they are day drinking.
Well, that's just absurd.
Oh, I know it is, and that's basically how we treat the gods. That's rather absurd nowadays.
Oh, the gods are not absurd. They are not to be trifled with.
Well, maybe one of them will have to smite me, and we'll find out.
Oh, I like you. You're a fun one.
I'd definitely prove whether they're still around or not.
Well, luckily, his murderer had only been interested in gold and jewelry and ignored the more valuable items. And at that, he snaps his finger, and Bruce comes pulls out of his bag a cylinder about the size of a pop can, made out of out of iron, and it has like irregular grooves running up it. And on the top end, there's a worn. There's like a. It looks like there used to be a symbol there that's been worn away with time, and it's hollow and jagged on one end. And he sets that on the table, and then he also like rolls out an old map.
So what is it's like made of metal or whatever that cylinder is?
Yep.
Can I try to do like use like my knowledge of blacksmithing to try to figure out like if I've like have any knowledge of like something like that being smithed?
Yeah.
All right. That's gonna be 19.
19. Yeah. So you pick it up and it's surprisingly light. Like you've worked with iron before and it feels like iron, but it's a lot lighter than what iron should be. So there's something definitely off about it.
And it's like not aluminum or something like that. It's just
No. Yeah, no, it's like it's not like it feels like very, very strong. And yeah, it's like you can't quite figure out what's wrong with it, except that it's super light.
all right. I put it back down.
I don't think I'd recognize much with it because no.
And then yeah, so then the map itself, it's covered in indecipherable symbols, but it seems like like you guys kind of spent the day like wandering through Krenas and kind of figuring, getting the lay of the land a little bit, and it seems to be a map of the city, but a very old map where the sprawl hadn't quite gone out as far at this point, and it seems to indicate that there's some sort of temple in the middle of the city.
But we don't.
In this city or in
This city, Krenas.
Right.
But we don't know of a temple that's there currently.
Nope.
Oh, so I guess this is your lead then? Where this map?
Yeah, this is once I saw this, I knew I had to assemble a crack team.
So I'm not familiar with this city very well. What church is that? That's marked on there.
There is no church there.
Oh. So it's
That's
a bad map then.
That's what makes it very interesting. But over the years, like Krenas is a living city. It's been like things have been built atop of things. Things have been lost to time.
So
That's what you get when you have humans building cities.
what's there currently? What's currently in the place of this temple?
A market.
Are there any sewers in this in that part of the town?
Well, I'm glad you said that because that's my theory too.
Yeah, right.
Figures the dwarves wouldn't go underground in the sewers.
I'm pretty sure it's in the sewer.
I had a feeling you're gonna say that.
Yep. It's gonna be fun. I haven't felt like this since I was 500 years old.
Wait,
Damn.
you're going with?
Well, yeah. Like I'm gonna let you guys have all the fun.
He does look like a lot of fun.
He looks kind of old.
Yeah. Yeah.
If he wants to come, he can
so
come.
do you think
He's the one paying the bills.
Do you think this metal thing here is like a key or something?
I have no idea.
So I
Just
guess
seeing the grooves on the other side.
before we start investigating,
Roll in like a religion or an investigation check on the key for me.
19.
All right.
Oh, I thought you said it was worn out and there was nothing to
Well,
see.
it like there's so like it is very worn, but you can barely make out the faint outline of looks like a sun and maybe part of a skull on there, which to be the symbol of
the
your
symbol
patron.
of Ustar.
Yep.
All right, so I don't know if I'm necessarily going to say anything to anybody,
Yep. I'm just
but
letting you know.
Yep.
All right. So Bruce has made a sandwich for Adarmil, and so like he just like he grabs it and he just tears in and he's talking with his mouth full. Oh, the other side. One second.
Hey, Bruce, can I get one of those?
He looks at Adarmil and Adarmil goes, Just nods his head. And Bruce like, fine. He goes, anybody else want a sandwich?
I'm good.
I would like a sandwich.
I walk with Bruce.
He speaks.
I just want to grab some cheese.
For a sandwich.
All right. Like while you're walking with Bruce, he's like, so are you going along with his crazy story?
I traveled all the way here. I better do it.
Yeah. Where are you from?
I'm from Ashwick. Well, Roslyn, a small village in Ashwick.
So you've heard about the attacks in Ashwick, then, right?
The attacks, maybe.
You know, like the farms and villages being wiped out near Quaith.
Yes. Do I know about this actually?
No, you haven't heard anything
okay.
about it.
No,
Like-
no. I haven't heard a thing.
Oh. Okay.
Can you elaborate, sir? Can you tell me more?
Well, I mean, Adaramil has a ridiculous theory, but I'm pretty sure it's just the Quathian raids. Like, they really like to attack you guys. But, like, Adaramil thinks it's some sort of great evil that only the gods can stop, but I don't know. He's old.
Well, my teachings have made me believe in the gods more, so I don't think he's all crazy, and he's lived a lot longer than we have. So,
Yeah, that makes him cuckoo bananas.
I tell him a little bit how my village was taken over by a disease or whatever, and I lost my family basically that way. So that's what I thought he was talking about first, and then when he told me about no raids.
That blows.
Yeah,
That's just not good, man.
no,
That's kind of a bummer.
I'm gonna get some cheese now.
Cool. I'm gonna make some sandwiches for these jerks.
I've already finished my sandwich.
You haven't gotten it
He
yet.
hasn't. He hasn't.
Oh, he hasn't
gotten
made the
it.
sa-
He's making the sandwiches.
So I ask Darmil, why us? Like, why did you pull us together? Like, I was just minding my own business, like crafting and going around the areas.
Because you're the best. You guys are the most interesting people I could think of.
Well,
Roll an insight check.
it's not a skill I have. Oh, 16.
Yeah, he's definitely not telling the truth about that. And
So-
I think you guys would be you guys are just like you guys are gonna knock it out of the park.
Well, I mean, interesting in what way? You're gonna have to give me a little detail on this.
Your beard, it's so big and interesting.
Please say
It's
you
not.
don't have a beard.
It's no. I'm a dwarf. I have a beard, but it's actually I keep it short.
Yeah.
I mean, it's short and,
And, like,
trimmed well.
I mean, like I have.
That's nice.
Like his. Like I have. Like my faux hawk is longer than my beard. Yeah. So,
Yeah,
I mean,
you have very interesting hairstylings.
Faux hawk.
yeah. Classic
And-
dwarven
Alright.
hairstyle.
You're good with a
Is it?
hammer.
Okay.
That's it. You're good with a hammer.
I guess that's true, but I don't think that's why.
Fine. I sent out like 100 letters. You're the only 4 that answered.
Well, that's what happens when you send out money. Like they just pocket the money and ignore a letter.
I told you.
I mean, granted, if you just sent out the letters like without the money, I would not have come. So there's that.
I didn't get money.
I told you, Bruce. We needed to send the money.
All right. Well, I think when do we?
Bruce comes over with the sandwiches.
So I guess we just have to investigate the sewers.
Yes. Let's go now.
Now.
I grab all the sandwiches.
Agreed. Let's go now.
There's only 2.
Yeah, I grab them both.
He
Make-
took your
make haste.
He took your sandwich.
I don't care enough.
Okay.
After looking at the thing, ready to.
I just make a
Ready
note
to
to
check it
myself
out.
that he's a little selfish when it comes to stuff. If he stole somebody else's sandwich.
Yeah, just make a
I
mental note.
I thought they were both from me. You should ask them where yours are.
It was probably
All right.
a bad.
So
sandwich.
Idaramil is he's like a little hunched over and doing like a little like old man trot towards the door. Like it's like, all right, let's go.
Wow.
All right.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, I'm grabbing the thing and the map because it's just sitting there.
Yeah, he
We'll
totally forgot.
We'll probably need it.
I
I'm gonna
drink.
tuck that in nice and safe.
I finish the rest of my beer and put it down and get up.
Right. Like as they leave the room, as like following you out of the room is Bruce. And you notice that he goes to the bar. And grabs a couple more of the Ironhide ales, like a 6-pack. and like he just like he sees you guys looking at him. He's just like, if I don't do this, it's gonna be a problem. And so like Adaramil like makes it a block, and he's like, all right, time for a break. And he sits down on a bench. Whew.
You know, we could go ahead.
No, just one second, I'll be good. And then he gets up, and he's like, all right, let's go.
Okay. We're moving.
I'm taking mental notes of the city, the layout,
Alright.
and everything. I that's one of my kind of skills or whatever. Geography.
After a few more blocks, he stops. Who has the map? I'm lost.
I've got the map.
We should probably look at it.
Yeah, I'll open up the map,
Even though it's like 1,000 years old.
sprawl it out a little bit.
He looks at the map. He looks around. This way, and he like takes off, just like in the opposite direction you would think. Just like this way, and then he like after a couple more blocks, he stops suddenly, and he's just like, "All right, lift it up," and he's like looking down at a manhole cover.
How far away from the crack mud are we?
You're probably about a mile away from. You're probably
so
like
it'd
10,
work
10
out
12
on the map,
blocks.
kind
Yeah,
of? Okay.
yeah.
Because I thought we were still like 2 blocks away from the crack mug.
No.
So here's a manhole. Well, I definitely can't lift that up.
All right. I'll take a look at. Well, I mean, I'm assuming like it's like something that normally has like a tool to pop it open. Yes, I rummaged around in my packet to find like a blacksmith tool that will double for it.
While they're doing that, can I look at the map quick? And then
Are you? Yeah.
yeah.
Are you asking? for the
Yeah.
map?
Yeah.
Yes, you may look.
I look at it, and from remembering our steps and stuff, does it look about right from where we were on there?
Yeah, it looks close-ish.
Okay.
Maybe.
And if we go underneath, maybe we'll.
Yeah.
All right.
Do you understand anything on the map?
I was just kind of keeping track of which way we left the crack mug and following it from where the crack mug should be on here. I guess.
Good.
We're in the general area.
You keep the map.
Okay.
All right. I think I got a tool here that'll do this. So I pull out a tool and do you want me to do like a strength or like athletics?
Do a strength check because it's a giant.
17.
Yeah, you pop it up and kind of like flip it over with a big clang.
You chucked it.
And like as you do that, hey, what are you guys doing? And a town guard comes up.
I'm sure Artemal should be able to talk us out of this one.
What was the assistant's name again? It was
Bruce.
Bruce. You mind showing this man our paperwork?
We don't
As I make my way to go down the sewer.
we don't have any paperwork. Stop right there.
Does Artemal say anything? Because I was gonna say Artemal will just keep talking his ear off. We'll all go down there at once.
Darmel's like kind of like looking like down at the hole at the dwarf to the city guard, and he's like,
Bruce, did you leave the paperwork?
we don't have any paperwork.
So you left it behind.
We never had any paperwork.
Bruce
We
is
literally
terrible.
decided that we were gonna do this
Facepalm.
10 minutes ago.
I'm thinking about.
All right, guys. You guys got to put this back. You guys can't like be futzing around the sewers. It's a crime. That's trespassing.
It's not actually a crime to
It
take
is a crime.
Look, you see how I'm a dwarf. Like I just want to study. It's part of my studies to like look at the ancient stonework underneath. I don't suppose you can like let us through.
Roll a persuasion check.
17.
17. So kind of like looking at him, you see like he's middle aged. Like his uniform used to fit properly. His boots are pretty worn down. He has like some holes in his shirt.
Like, I came a long way to do this, so I don't suppose, like, you could look the other way and I pull out, like, a couple silver in my hand. I have, like, 2 silver between my fingers.
Well, I mean, you guys.
It's all for academic reasons.
Well, I wouldn't want to get in the way of anybody learning anything. But man, I feel like your tuition's a little light this semester.
You're right. I think we should be able to bump up tuition if necessary, and I pull out like a gold to go with the 2 silver.
Whoa. All right, carry on. And he's like, he just whistles a tune while he's walking away. He's a little
To the hole.
Yeah. Well, time to get on.
What
down.
are you studying?
I just start climbing to the hole.
I ignore Daramil.
Bruce, help me down. Help me down right now. And like Adarmil like climbs up on Bruce's back.
Oh,
As Bruce is going down the ladder. They're the last ones down.
all right.
You guys, we should probably cover this up. Otherwise some kid could fall down it.
That's actually true.
All right, this looks like a job for Bruce.
Yeah, Bruce, go cover that hole. We don't want kids to fall down it. That's not cool, man.
Well, actually, does like Bruce actually look kind of strong for a half elf or not?
Not particularly.
Oh, then I'll do it.
All right.
I'm not gonna. I don't want him like to fall and break his neck like pretty quickly here.
Give
just for
Bruce
trying
a
to.
hernia.
So after everybody's down, I go back up and close the top.
All right.
Roll for hernia.
So
Did you lift with your back?
who here? Oh,
Roll.
so like no, only I have dark vision, except for the elf. Maybe maybe the half elf can see in the dark too, but
I can produce a flame, but I don't know.
so like and I climb back down. All right, well let's get going. As I don't care that I assume that they have a way of dealing with not being able to see. I want to do an actually if I want to like actually search this. I want to take a look at the like the stonework and stuff, like see like if I can figure out like how old it is, like what history, like if stuff like that.
All right.
Use my dwarven stoneworking knowledge. Natural 20 plus 7.
Okay. So that's just a natural 20. That's how that works.
I know.
No, so this part of the sewer honestly seems like from what you were like, it seems like it was built about the same time as the street above you. So probably, like 200 years old, something like that. So like, in the history of the world, relatively new.
Is there like a
and you're in a chamber, it's, around, or like it's like a cylinder, and it narrows as it gets up, it gets towards the top, and then there's like an iron door, leading out.
All right, well, I start making my way to the door and I ask them, maybe you guys might want to light a torch or something if you want to keep going.
Bruce lights a torch.
Can we all see now?
Yeah.
That I was gonna ask, are cantrics, do those go under the same as magic rules?
They don't have the exhaustion hit or anything like that. It's just like
Yep.
you're limited per day.
Yep.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So I could light myself a torch without any worries?
Yep. But yeah, no. Bruce has has a torch lit.
Okay.
And yeah, he's like, it seems like he's just kind of prepared for anything.
Yeah.
It's like he's like a Boy Scout.
Well, I open the door.
As you open the door, there is a stench of poo.
I already regret this. I open it up the rest of the way. Well, let's get going. And do this quick, if we can.
I take a clothespin out of my bag and put it over my nose.
I'm very uncomfortable with
All
this.
right, so it opens up, and the path leads to the left, and to the right.
Like, is there like like a river and like a walkway on both sides? Or
Yeah. There's literally a river of shit.
Well, it's in
Great.
surprisingly good condition for being made by humans.
I see what you did there.
Let's get moving.
Yeah, let's go right. Well, what's with the map? What like who looked at
Oh
it?
yeah, I have the map. Don't
Yeah.
I?
So you know that like looking at the map, you know you need to go north, and relatively north. So like this path goes east and west.
All right, so it doesn't matter. We'll just go east.
I'm guessing it probably goes in a circular formation with little entrance exits along. So.
Hopefully.
Yeah. So you walk you walk along the thing. There's after about 30 feet down, you find another door that opens to your right, and the path continues going on. It looks like it comes up to a junction up ahead.
Like, does it curve at all, or does it just go straight?
Goes the junction that goes off in other directions.
So just wait. Did you say there was another door?
Yep.
Oh, it probably just goes to. I'll open up real quick, but probably just like another exit to the entrance.
Yeah, it goes into
Yeah.
another room, kind of like the other one.
Well, just keep on going to the junction.
All right, so the junction it continues on to the east and turns south.
Oh, probably gonna want to go the
if
other
you
way.
like looking ahead, you can see like if you continue on, it'll turn north again.
Oh, all right. Oh, keep going then.
Yeah.
All right. So you keep going. You turn to the north, and then like the path kind of makes like a. Then there's a door on the east side of the wall, and then the path turns to the west.
Check the door again. There's no reason not to check a door as we go by.
Yeah.
Because we don't exactly know what we're looking for.
All right. You open the door, and are attacked by a swarm of rats. Initiative rolls.
What?
Oh, damn rats.
All damn rats. Rats.
Why didn't we just walk to the,
rats.
Walk to the market and find a.
Because the Dharma wanted to go down here.
Yeah.
I was
Forgot
rolling.
all about the fact that it was in a market. Yeah, 5.
Yo, how deep is this?
I was rolling so well until
is this
initiative.
shit river? Is it just like
You haven't checked.
Oh, okay. But
Let's
we've been
not-
walking through.
Let's
it.
not find
No,
out.
you're walking on the there's like a pathway on
Okay,
either
got
side,
it, got it.
and there's like little bridges that go over so you can cross
Okay.
and stuff.
So I'm going to shit. All right.
All right, so let's roll some initiative for our rat. Ooh, that is neat. All right, so initiative.
I got a 6.
Okay. What did you get?
Yeah, that's 5.
5.
Mm,
What did you get?
4.
Wow.
We are
Do we have a
terrible.
3? Do we have
Nobody
a 3?
wants to fight.
15.
All right. Okay.
Somebody's
that-
got to step up in
Little
the group.
shit don't bother me.
So then we have rats, then Aiden.
Damn it,
then
I can't talk to the rats until next level.
We have our
Dang it.
Aranon.
Hey, little
Oh,
buddies.
you're a gnome, though.
Calm
You can talk to
down
small
now.
animals.
We have
What?
Renton.
Can't you talk to small animals?
That's in the second level.
And
For
then
the race?
We have Roan.
Oh, I don't know. Is it?
What, gnomes just talk to animals?
Some gnomes do.
And then we will put Bruce and Adaramil in the same.
I don't really expect anything from them.
All right. Well, you don't have to
You never
expect anything. There could be something, though. All right. So you open the door. So the rats are going to attack you.
That's not great.
What is your AC?
16.
All right. They miss. The rats miss.
Glad I wore my armor.
They are
All
rats.
right. Aiden.
I will take my sword out and swing at the rats.
All right. The swarm of rats.
Yes. I can't miss. I don't know why I'm rolling. I think I missed. I got a 10.
That is a hit.
Ah, I hit. All right. Awesome. That would be 8 damage.
Nice. All right. Aranon.
All right. Even though I got a 6, I still go third. All right. Well, I think there's no need to use magic here. When I got a trusty warhammer, I swing with my warhammer. 22.
That is a hit on the rats.
Oh, and for 12 damage.
Ooh. The rats, like, you just squished a bunch of rats. Between the two of you, like, these rats are not looking good. All right. Then we are on to Renton.
I use my scimitar, I guess. Hey. And I miss with a 9, maybe?
That is a miss. Yes, you
10
did.
is the hit.
You missed all of the rats. Well, to be fair, there's a lot fewer rats now than,
true.
there used to be. All right.
You suck.
Roan.
Mangle some rats with my longsword
That's the wrong die.
to hit. Okay, that's like a 23.
I feel like
That
my
is a hit.
druid should have an arrow. I like arrows better.
So I
You
can
get an
reroll my
arrow.
damage once every turn,
Yeah,
which
so
is pretty cool.
you can go whichever one you want higher.
All right. So I should just. That's why I had 2 of those. I was like, why do I need 2 of these? So I could just. Okay. So
So wait, you just get
that'd
a
be-
roll 2 and take the higher of the.
Yeah, he took the...
You have damage advantage.
yeah.
yeah, with the savage attacker, yeah. And
Once a
then-
turn.
That's amazing.
What about Hexblade's curse?
shit.
I just don't remember what how often I can use that.
I think that's a spell slot. Oh no.
Oh, the
I don't
Hexblade
think so.
curse, I think, was a...
Here,
oh, no, that's a
something
once
in
per
the
day, isn't
ability
it?
For cursing
once a rest. So if you take a
so
short
that's
rest.
a bonus action.
Yeah.
Just a bonus. Okay. Well, I don't think I need to.
Yeah.
So, what was that? 11?
That is a bunch of dead rats.
Is that the end of the rat?
That is the end of the rats. We had 1 round of rats. All right, next time we need more rats. That is good to know. I haven't dealt with level 1 characters in a long time.
They are... It's possible that a swarm of rats could have killed everybody
Yeah,
when
pretty
you're
light
dealing with
HP
level
pool.
1.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they do 2d6 damage, and they had 24 health. So I was like, yeah, we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see. All right.
Well, was there anything past them? The dead rats?
No, it's just another manhole cover that goes up. It looks like they were, like, maybe, like, somebody was throwing, like, bread down,
Oh.
like, down a storm grate or something, and they were eating a bunch of bread.
Sounds like something a Darmil would do.
I wouldn't do that!
You didn't do this, did you, Darmil?
No. And like you look back and like you see that during this entire combat encounter, he's been just sipping on a beer.
Bruce, you wouldn't happen to know if a Darmil scouted out the sewers a little bit and did anything like this?
No, he didn't.
All right.
But I wouldn't have like you're on the right track.
Well, I guess
Not
we
this
continue on.
Oh yeah, we gotta go. Hold on to this. Don't let it go flat, Bruce. He just like looks bewildered, like how?
Yeah.
All right, so you continue on, and like it looks like all right. So then you reach another fork in the road, and this one one goes north, and then or like it continues on north and then it goes east and west because you guys are approaching it from the south.
So, but we already went a bit north already,
Yep.
or
Yep.
How does it look on the map? How far are we?
You have no idea.
Now we don't? Damn it.
No, you're like underground and you like
Yeah.
the pass you've taken a bunch of turns and stuff.
Disoriented. a
like
little
so
bit.
we originally went east, right?
Mhm.
We might as well like go west quickly, see if like it was just if you're just short of it, south of it.
All right. The west hall goes quite a while before it turns north again.
Well, geez Louise.
Well,
Adara Mill's like humming a little tune like.
Well, you think just head west already, or
Our
head north? a little
adventure's
more?
great.
I feel like we should backtrack a little to the north.
Are you able to talk to small animals by any chance?
What animals did we talk to?
Oh no, I'm sure
The
that
dead
we
rats?
definitely. Well, there's also I'm sure regular rats that aren't attacking us.
Yeah, you do see small rats every once
Poop
in a
rats?
while.
I mean, granted, there's not a lot of
Like
information you
cockroaches
can get
and-
from a rat.
He's looking.
Every once in a while, you see like an old shoe float across or float down the river.
Oh no! Oh, you're a halfling. No, never mind.
The river.
I still think
That's why things are a little bit different. I'm used to my druidic gnome that I was. I'm like,
Yeah.
something's not the same right now.
you're still short, but like it's just
Yeah.
a different.
You're a different kind of short.
Dang it. That's why I'm not proficient in bows and arrows, because I was using bows and arrows
Yeah.
as a gnome. Dang
That's
it.
right.
All right. Well, let's just head north then a little bit more.
Yeah,
the
so
north.
we did the backtrack west to the north, right?
Well, let's just go north right now and see if there's another.
Oh,
way
we
to-
can go north right now?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So you go north a while, and then you hit, like the tunnel like starts to get older. You can tell like this is definitely older stonework. It's not as well maintained. And then you hit a dead end.
Well,
I want to investigate this dead end, like see if if it's like really sturdy dead end or if it's like somebody like put up a quick short wall.
Okay.
Investigate.
Yep.
Oh, 1.
ooh.
Yeah, no, this is definitely just a dead end.
Oh.
Like yeah, there's.
Can
Yeah,
I
the tunnel
perceive
just ends.
anything?
Would you like to roll an investigate or a perception?
I got a +5 on perception, but I only got a 7, so
Okay.
rolling terrible right now.
You can tell that like it looks like kind of looking at it like there's you can kind of like make out like an archway or something. It looks like somebody sealed up something.
And it does look, yeah, because the old
Yep.
stone going into that. Something. Anybody want to warhammer this wall down? Anybody?
Are you sure? I mean, it looks pretty solid to me.
Look at the little art shape that's up there. It
You're
looks
gonna
like
take
it
that the
could be-
halfling is trying to school you on architecture.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess I could give it a shot.
But I pointed at it, so you do see. I'm not trying
Yeah.
to school you or anything. Just
I swing my warhammer at the wall. 16. Do I hit a wall?
Yes, you hit a wall.
7 damage to a wall.
You pound it and like a chunk of brick kind of like falls out. And like you can peer through it and it's dark on the other side, but there's definitely an other side.
Well, like I get it's dark in there, but like, what does it actually look like on the other side?
It looks like an older tunnel.
I guess you're right. Good,
Yes.
good catch.
no, I didn't actually.
I keep swinging at the wall
Okay.
because I assume nobody else wants to start dulling their swords
Nope.
against
No.
the wall.
I'm
You're doing
watching.
just fine over there.
I say to Artemal, you are right. He is good with his hammer.
I know.
Don't feed his ego.
This is nothing compared to swinging the hammer in the forge all day.
See, I told you, Bruce. These are the right ones. All right. So yeah. So you knock a sizable hole in the wall, and you guys can get through. And like it's ridiculously different. So like the river has ended. Like that ended. About like 20 feet back from this this bit here, and the quality of the stonework has definitely gone way up. You can definitely tell that this was crafted by dwarven hands.
All right. Look at this quality stonework.
Here we go.
The quality. This is dwarven work.
ego.
This is the best.
This isn't gonna deteriorate after 1,000 years like some human made stuff.
When the river ended, did it just end abruptly, or did it like go on an incline? We walked up.
Yeah,
an incline?
kind of like.
Okay, I was like,
yeah.
oh, is there like a magic thing?
No.
to stop?
It would like it's like they stopped making a trough.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, let's start taking a look around here. Is the stink as bad on the inside?
No, the stink is starting to fade. Like the farther you get away from the river, the better things are smelling.
Things are
and,
looking up already.
I take my clothespin off.
like and the walls here, they're also like they're damp and like there's water dripping down from above. Like everyone's just like a little bloop, bloop.
Nice place.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. Like, would I know like what kind of clan would have worked in this area on the stonework for like back then, or to get some idea of like how old it is?
Yeah, go ahead and roll a history check or a stoneworking check.
Ooh, 25.
25. You remember seeing work like this as a child when your when you were like first, learning about stonecraft from your grandfather. He would take you to old tunnels delved by your ancestors. So and there you can tell like there's tool techniques that haven't been used in generations, and so it's definitely old. You can't really pick up a specific clan, but you do know that this was a long time ago.
All right. Is it just a long hallway, or are there any doors that we are coming across as we're walking down?
You're not coming across any doors, but it does start to open up, and it's kind of weird. You start to see like abandoned buildings underground.
Oh. Wonder what. Actually, I want to check. Are these like buildings that look like they once were open to the sky, or like were they like once are clearly built? Like
It looks like they were once open to the sky.
Right. This happens sometimes with the older constructions where they'll just build over the old stuff. Yeah.
I light my own torch just so I have one and I can see things a little bit better. So, how many buildings do we see right now?
I mean, quite a few. Like it starts, with like some smaller stuff, and then like you're looking at like the tallest one you can see is like 3 stories. Like you're in a very large cavern now. And
Does the 3-story one look kind of like a temple of some sort or anything?
No, but it does look like it was in an apartment building or something at some point. And like looking around, you see you're like how could we can't be 3 stories on it, like what happened? Like this it's very odd. Like building on top of things makes sense, but the fact that these buildings are so big and like still
How can
intact.
the weight of the ceiling work out type thing. Yeah. Huh. I mentioned that to them because talking about the building on top.
It is a little odd because like if dwarves are great at making stuff, and like normally like we'd account for like if something's like likely to sink over the years, like you would take that into account and like build against that. But
can we go into any of the buildings next
Yeah.
to us? All right, we'll go to the one nearest.
yeah.
All right. So you go in, and it looks like it used to be like some sort of store.
Anything left
There's
over?
still like it's really bizarre. It looks like just one day during
Yes.
business hours, like everyone just left.
I was
like
gonna say,
things
did
are
it look
still
just completely abandoned over.
Yep.
Oh.
Yeah, like things are still lined up on the on the shelves. Like there's a cash register.
What kind of stuff? Oh, pop that cash register open.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I was actually gonna say, is the coin the same as the one in the cash register?
No, it is not. You pop open the cash register, and it's a currency you don't recognize.
Oh, cool. But like, is it like gold coins or like some other? Kind
Yeah,
of,
there's some they almost kind of look like ingots. Like you're used to your coins being round, and these are all like rounded rectangles.
Oh.
And there's some small copper ones and some little slightly larger silver ones and a single gold one.
Well, I think I'm gonna pocket these.
Can I take one of them?
Oh yeah, like help
I just
yourself.
want one so I can.
No, I was just gonna take all of them, and so we can keep
Oh,
it with
cool.
us.
All right.
Are there any like I'll fill it up in a bag. So besides the silver one that I gave him, how many other of them are there?
There's just let's say like 20 of the copper and 10 of the silver ones.
And there's like 1 gold.
Yep.
All right. I can always find a use for these. If nothing else, do some minor smithing, decorative work.
Should we check the map?
Well, I mean, I think we found it.
Yes, but isn't it?
Well,
Maybe,
yeah,
maybe
actually,
it'll
does
show
it,
us like through the
yeah,
what's
maybe
in
the
the town.
is this city.
Yeah, maybe it's gonna match.
Good
That's a good
call.
call.
All right, so you pull open the map, and something odd has happened. The weird runes and stuff on the map are glowing faintly with like a silvery light.
Well, now that's different.
It's a cool map.
Anybody recognize any of this? Artemo?
I'm
Anybody?
gonna check it out for sure.
Artemil gets really excited and like he like snatches the map out of your hand and he's like holding it up at different angles, going, and he hands it back. No idea what that means. But it's cool. I love adventures. All right.
Anything else on the shelves?
We're gonna find the gods. I can feel it.
Still looking through the shelves.
Well,
Yeah,
like,
The map is glowing.
There's like jars of like on the counter. There's like some jars of candies, and you know like peppermint sticks.
I grab one of the jars of candies in case I have to pay off a Darmil in the future. If he needs a bribe, he can have some.
He's already like sucking on like a. Like you saw him like when he went in, he grabbed a peppermint stick and like licked the dust off of it and made a face, and then now he's just like sucking on it. There's like some bolts of like cloth and stuff along like it's like a general store, like things that you would find in a general store, but all old
Oh, yeah.
and
I give you.
I know,
dust
like-
if you want it.
moth eaten.
I figured
gonna
like
take
most
the
of
map
this
and I'm gonna
wasn't gonna be
look
in
at it.
good shape.
All right.
I'm gonna look.
All right.
You look at it, and you can't make out any of the runes, but you do see like the center, like where the temple was. That symbol has been replaced. Like it's instead of like the weird like temple looking thing, it's been replaced with a purple glowing symbol of Ustar.
So, anything new with the map besides being magical? Apparently.
Something interesting. Just gonna, roll it back up to see if they give, care at all.
Well, you want to share then if there's something interesting?
Sure, and I'll hand it to him.
Okay.
I mean, it's glowing. I don't see what else is special
There's a
about.
purple glow in the center of the map.
Yeah, I see it. What is it? Well, like I'm not that.
Yeah,
versed in gods.
you would not recognize that symbol.
It looks familiar, but I can't put my finger on it.
All right.
All right.
Roll it back up and give it back to him. Well, actually, take a look at it and how detailed is the map? Like, does it show like individual buildings?
Well, yeah. So the more you focus on it, you kind of like look into where you're at, and you can start to see like just very faint, like it looks like street lines being made.
Oh, it's changing. Oh, that's cool.
Like as you walk, so you take a few steps one way, and it's just in that little like area, like you see like street lines around you.
It's a "You Are Here" map. It's like at a visitor center.
Yeah.
Well then,
So-
let's use it to head
Yeah.
toward the temple.
Yeah, like we'll start following that way. Although I'll take besides looking at the buildings on the outside, just keep an eye out for any interesting buildings.
Okay.
Along the way, or anything on the map. If like as we get closer to
Define interesting.
Well,
Valuable.
yeah, valuable's the word. Or like if
Tasty?
it has like if it's like a building that looks different, like it's clearly different stonework or like designed differently.
Yep. Yeah. So, like as you get closer and closer to the center of the of the map or wherever you are, you start to notice like some changes. You start seeing like some glowing mushrooms. They're like they're on the ground. They're luminescent, like blue and green and purple ones.
Better
and
stay away from those.
Better
I didn't
eat
bring
those.
I didn't bring my rat away with me.
You see like a Dharma like kind of nudges Bruce, and Bruce like pulls out a pair of gloves and he's like picking him up and stuffing him into a sack, like one of each
Do
kind.
I recognize the mushrooms at all?
Roll a nature check.
Oh, I didn't take nature. Damn it.
You're a druid.
I know. And I rolled an 8.
You do not recognize them. You've not encountered these before.
What?
I want to like do a quick check on them too.
What's with the gloves?
Wait, I don't know if they're poisonous or not, and Adarmel wants them, so I'm not gonna die.
I'm gonna. Well, actually, I don't really have a use for them. Like, if I don't, I'll try to see if I know about them with my nature.
I just want to smell them. Do they smell bad?
No, they smell like earthy.
13.
Maybe a little sweet.
I'll try one.
Okay.
All right, give me a Constitution saving throw.
16.
Okay, so you take a bite of one, and you get it down, and like your stomach feels a little sour, but you can keep it down, and like you guys looking at him, his face like around his lips are glowing brightly. Every time he talks, like his tongue is glowing in the dark.
Keep it up. That's a good style you got going for you.
It's got a little kick to it, but it's not bad.
I got a
How did it taste?
It's got a little kick to it, a little spice.
A Darmil goes over and he's like, "Bruce, eat it." Bruce is like, "I'm not doing that."
I got a 13 on my nature check.
Yeah, there's just there's some sort of bioluminescent mushroom.
All right.
Like you're like, I mean, it's probably safe to, like, it's not gonna kill you immediately, obviously, but you wouldn't eat them.
Yeah. I'll take one of the, what colors do they glow in?
Blue, purple, and green.
I'll grab one of each because you never know if it'll be useful in alchemy.
Okay.
What was it? Red, purple, and green?
No, blue.
Blue, purple, green. All right. And then I guess keep going on.
All right. Yeah. So eventually, you guys do reach a like it looks like a you like, for lack of a better word, it looks like a temple. But it's not. It doesn't go high. It seems like it goes low. So like there's a basically like a small domed building, and then there's some pillars out front, and like there's an opening and it leads into the earth.
All right. Well, let's go on in.
Okay.
Yeah, and like when you walk in, or as you go down, you see depictions of it looks like, let's see if I you see like depictions of different like scenes of like people in worship, and you see like a lot of suns and a lot of like bones and piles of skulls like depicted on the walls.
Well, that's definitely a good sign. Maybe it's some sort of a ancient crypt down here.
Ooh. All right. You reach the bottom of the of the ramp, and it opens up into a room. In the middle of the room, there's like basically just a small stream running across the middle of the room, and on the other side of that is a large stone door.
All right.
The stream is about 5-6 feet across. Looks like it's about a foot deep, and it's flowing water. And you see, like with the mushrooms are growing down here too, and it gives the water like this eerie glow.
Cool. All right. Well, Aiden, you mind taking the lead here?
Sure.
And you're already part mushroom now.
Yeah, I can see a little better now. That's kind of odd, but all right, yeah, that's fine.
It's very glam rock of you. The stuff that you got going for you.
Thanks, Ben.
All right, so you go up to the door, or you go across the. Well, I guess what are you doing?
I'll just.
Are you just walking through the
Yeah.
stream? Okay.
Yeah, that sounds good. So
All right.
I'm not too careful.
Pete, you or Roan, you recognize like some of the imagery and stuff here. You definitely know
Yeah.
where you are, and kind of like the symbolism of the stream going across is, like the river that leads to the afterlife and all that fun stuff.
Yes. Yeah, I'm just like I have like a holy, like a symbol, and I'm just like kind of looking at and looking around, and
I just crossed the little stream too.
Yeah, is this something he wants?
Because
to
I'm wearing
warn us
solid
about?
boots. I'm pretty good.
Bruce picks up a Darmil and carries him across.
I guess you want to check that door, Aiden?
Sure. Open it up. I'll just go up there. and
There's
open
no
the
handle on the door.
Oh, it's time to take out my tools again?
door. I'll push the door.
It does not move.
What about the key?
Oh,
They have a keyhole.
that's right. We have that little canister thing. Completely forgot about it. You want to
Well-
give that a shot? Who has it right now? Is it
I've got
Roan?
it.
Roan.
Was there something on the door that would resemble that shape?
I mean, so
it's just
the
a flat
door,
door, or is
no,
there-
the door is like it's ornately engraved, and like in the center of the door, there's it's a giant, it's like a giant like sun, and then in the middle of that sun, is a skull.
What is it made of? The door.
It seems to be made out of the same material as the key.
All right. Might have to see if I can walk away with this door.
It's a very large door.
Yeah, but it was light.
Yes.
I
wanna-
yes, it's a light metal.
I want to try to see if I can push up the door. Push against it, but using that friction to like push up.
Okay, roll a
If-
strength check.
If it's light,
See
I'm
if you
just trying to.
Yeah, see if you can slide it up.
Be impressive.
17.
All right. So, Aiden goes up to the door, and he goes, and nothing happens.
Yeah, that's kind of what I figured.
All right. Well, let's try
But
that.
it looks impressive.
Good shot. Good try.
Thanks.
Well, meanwhile, I'm like kneeling down. I've got my prayer book open. I'm just looking through it. I've got an incense
Yeah,
stick
you
going.
like, and this is completely like you keep this to yourself, but you feel like almost like a connection to something that you can't explain. Like you feel a little bit more powerful. Like you feel closer, or more closely connected to your patron,
Okay.
and it's something that you've never felt before.
Ooh.
Yeah, you're getting kind of like shivers.
Shivers up
and
my
down-
spine.
Hey, Ron, you want to
Yeah.
pop out that what are you doing?
Did you ask me if you wanted to pop out his D?
No, I was
wanna pop out that
I
D?
stopped mid sentence, so I turn away from the door, and as I'm asking Roan for the key, and I see him like kneeling down and praying.
Incense stick and
Yeah, there's
everything.
incense going right in front
Yeah.
of him.
It
Smells really good too. Like really good.
you want to hand over the key or like give it a shot yourself?
Yeah, you guys wait around for about 5 minutes, and then I put my book away, and I get up and.
What was
I
that about?
Walk over to them. What's that?
The whole like burning incense and stuff.
Well, I just feel the need to pray sometimes.
Oh, you
Pray to the gods.
which god do you follow?
Any god.
All right, I don't care about that because I don't really know too much about the gods except like the one that dwarves follow.
Yeah, I mean in this universe, I just don't know if it's like a common thing for people to run around talking about Ustar. Like
It's not.
it's not a very common thing. So
Yeah,
I
I mean,
try not to express too much about that kind of thing.
He kind of gives people the heebie-jeebies, being the god of the
yeah.
underworld.
So no god in particular.
All right. Well, you want to give a shot on the store?
Yeah, so I walk up there, and these guards like huddling around, like ready to try it out. I'm just like,
I want to see if I can. Never
Go
mind.
ahead and roll an investigation check for me, Pete, or religion, whichever one's higher.
investigation.
Yep.
I want to get a whiff of the incense. Just kind of
Got a 15.
15.
enjoy the ambiance.
You notice like something's off about one of the eye sockets of the skull.
Really, any smells better than
And like
Right,
there's a like almost like an indentation, or there's like a little like circle around it where you could probably insert that.
That I could probably stick something in.
Yep.
Stick your D in it.
Should be. Yeah, I'm gonna pick it up. I'm gonna slowly slide it in there. Twist it until it kind of fits in there.
Yeah. It like at a certain point, like there's like a clunk, and it gets like
it's
pulled
sucked
into the
in.
door, and then there's like the outline of the symbol like is like it almost looks like molten silver going around it.
Oh.
And then that kind of like recesses a little bit into the door too, and then the door slides up. And we're gonna take a
Nice.
short break right there, so we can do our do the bathroom thing
And the
whatnot,
stretching.
and
I
the
have to
stretching, and we will be
pee.
back in about 5-10 minutes, guys. So just hold on shortly. Some music going for. Welcome to the Legends of Lothos. I am the DM, Casey, and to my right we have
I'm Chris, and my character is going to be Aranon Solstein,
to the right of
Dwarven
my
Wizard.
Yep, to the right of my right we have.
My name is Pete. I'm playing a human warlock. His name is Roan.
All right, and to the left.
Hello, I am Matt, and I am playing Renton Oriner, druid halfling.
And to the left of the left.
I am Jake. I am playing a human fighter. His name is Aiden.
Yes, and thanks for. Oh, there's a good call, Matt. Running into audio issues right away. I get too excited
Actually,
about all the
too
things
hyped.
that are recording. So I'm still not used to doing video and audio and all of the
Live.
things. We'll figure it out. Guys,
Yep.
thanks for tuning in for our very first episode of The Legends of Lothos. We're kind of all in this together. We'll see how it goes, and hopefully we figure it out easily. All right. For those of you in the chat, feel free to talk amongst yourselves and stuff. We're not going to be really paying attention to the chat a whole lot during the game, but stick around for a little after show while we'll take any questions that you have and just kind of deconstruct what happened during the game. All right. So, you guys were scattered all across Lothos in your different areas, doing whatever it was that you were doing, when you received a letter. Adventurer, for many long years, Lothos has toiled in darkness without guidance, without hope. At long last, I have seen the light before the dawn. You may be my last hope. Come to the cracked mug in Krenas in 2 months' time. I have enclosed a small amount of gold for your traveling expenses. Signed, Adaramil, last of the Order of Mira.
Alright.
All right. So, kind of just explain to me how you got to Krenas from where you were. So, Krenas is a port town in the Ostcrest region, which is kind of the southern tip of the continent. And I guess we'll start with Aranon.
Well, I had come down south from the Dwarven lands, and then and the dwarves have been separate from the other races for a long time. And then joined a crafters guild and worked what little magic I could handle while smithing and doing alchemy and all that fun stuff. And then got the letter and came down south, just wagon to wagon,
Wagon to wagon, just
hitching a rides, putting my thumb up on the road.
all right. Okay. Welcome to the Legends of Lothos. I am the DM, Casey, and to my right we have
I'm Chris, and my character is going to be Aranon Solstein,
to the
Dwarven
right of my
Wizard.
Yep, to the right of my right we have.
My name is Pete. I'm playing a human warlock. His name is Roan.
All right, and to the left.
Hello, I am Matt, and I am playing Renton Oriner, druid halfling.
And to the left of the left.
I am Jake. I am playing a human fighter. His name is Aiden.
Yes, and thanks for. Oh, there's a good call, Matt. Running into audio issues right away. I get too excited
Actually,
about all the
too
things
hyped.
that are recording. So I'm still not used to doing video and audio and all of the
Live.
things. We'll figure it out. Guys,
Yep.
thanks for tuning in for our very first episode of The Legends of Lothos. We're kind of all in this together. We'll see how it goes, and hopefully we figure it out easily. All right. For those of you in the chat, feel free to talk amongst yourselves and stuff. We're not going to be really paying attention to the chat a whole lot during the game, but stick around for a little after show while we'll take any questions that you have and just kind of deconstruct what happened during the game. All right. So, you guys were scattered all across Lothos in your different areas, doing whatever it was that you were doing, when you received a letter. Adventurer, for many long years, Lothos has toiled in darkness without guidance, without hope. At long last I have seen the light before the dawn. You may be my last hope. Come to the cracked mug in Crenus in 2 months' time. I have enclosed a small amount of gold for your traveling expenses. Signed, Adaramil, last of the Order of Mira. All right. So, kind of just explain to me how you got to All right, everyone should be back on now.
That music was worth the $50 I paid for all that stuff.
Yeah. All right. So where were we? I think like some sort of door opened or something,
Yeah.
right? Right, we're gonna go
Yeah, I muscled
into
it
a
up.
thing.
Yeah, it's all me.
Yeah, some cool like molten silver came down and
Yep.
lifted the door up.
Yeah, I'm,
So
It's gonna be a little hard to take
I'm
that one off the
excited right
hinges.
now.
all right, so the door opens and there's a chamber inside. There's two doors to the left and to the right, or there's a door to the left, door to the right, and then there's a double stone door straight ahead. And like looking in here, there's no dust, like nothing. The air is still. Roan, you feel like as soon as that door opens and you take your first step inside, it's almost like there's like electricity in the air for you. Like,
Yeah, I've never felt this good.
yeah,
Before.
you're feeling pretty excited.
Yeah, I've got like my arms out. I'm just like,
What kind of incense was that you were lighting up back there?
Yeah, if anything, I was expecting Aiden to act that way after eating that mushroom.
Right?
just a basic incense.
Let's check. Go to the left first, because there's a door to the left, right?
Yep. Yeah.
Should have put that mushroom on my sandwich.
Yeah. So you do you just open the door? Do you?
Yeah, just open.
All right. So you open the door. Inside you see like there's a bunch of like robes hanging up. There's like like some wicker baskets that look brand new somehow. And there's like fruits in them.
I walk in. Like,
Fresh
are like the
still
are the
too.
robes?
Yeah.
Fruit cheese.
Are the robes like Mothian?
No, they're in pristine condition.
Grab an apple and throw it at Aiden. There you go.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
I'll take a bite out of it.
Please do not
I mean,
throw the
look-
fruit.
They look okay, right?
Yeah, they look fine.
Yeah, I'll eat it.
Like, and you ate the mushroom, and this actually looks like a fruit.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll eat
And
it.
Amaril says, "I don't know if we should do that. These look like offerings for a god.
Robes are no. This looks
Not
like
like the fruit."
this is a break room. Clearly a break room.
The first bit of sense he has made this whole journey.
God's fine.
I've made plenty of sense.
I'll eat.
Bruce, grab the basket. Bruce grabs the basket.
The one full of fruit.
What are you still in the basket?
Good call,
for?
Bruce.
I have a feeling we're gonna need this later.
So
Okay.
He's got some candies to go with it.
I guess we have the other door to check out then.
All right.
Yeah. So you open this door.
This is the other side door, right?
Yep. The other side door. In this room, there's a few like pedestals with basins of water on them, and it looks like this may have been some sort of. And there's like in the middle of the room, there's like a brazier like that has a burning purple flame in it.
Oh, that's cool. I want to investigate that flame. Is it like magically being kept up, or is it like a chemical fire?
It looks like. Well, I mean, roll an investigation there.
Well, I was wondering, like, because I also have. Well, it's the same check if I was alchemy too. So. It's 19.
Yeah, as you get close to it, you can definitely tell it's some sort of magical fire because it's not hot. In fact, it's cold.
Oh. Well, that's cool.
I'm gonna put my apple on the end of my sword, kind of hold it over the fire,
Okay.
and then I'll kind of
It doesn't burn. In fact, it gets just like a you know when you kind of when you have like a cold apple and like you breathe on it and like warm or
It gets juicy.
yeah, kind of does that.
I'm taking a bite out of it.
All right. Yeah, it's a slightly chilled apple now.
That's really weird, guys.
Man, I wish I had a way to like transport this because that'd be useful. Like, what is it like? Is it like on like a heavy platform or something, or like that's like
It's
coming from?
bolted to the ground.
It's bolted to the ground.
Man, if we had some beers. Yeah, nice frosty beer.
Hey, Bruce, you want to have me one of those? I can't believe I'm asking for that shitty beer. One of those beers you got with you.
Wait, he's got beer?
Yeah, he has a 6-pack.
It's Ironhide Ale.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's the only way you can drink this. It's cold, so
Just hold it up there.
I put in the fire a little bit.
Pete, how do you feel about this?
I whack the mug,
What's your problem?
and I just tower over him like.
Roll an intimidation check.
Oh, it's gonna say I have a +5 in this, but I don't. Oh, I do. A 6.
Damn it.
No, that's
You-
a 1.
Yeah, but I had a 5.
Yeah, but that's a natural one.
Oh well then.
Yeah.
When it's a one, it's a one.
Yep. Yeah, so Rowan he smacks the beer out of your hand and he's on his tippy toes and he stumbles a little bit.
Yeah. You're like
You could tell that he's ridiculously frustrated.
Well, in that moment, I realized I shouldn't, probably get
Roan-
too upset about this.
Roan, we're down
'cause
a
I'm
beer
not
now.
100% sure what the hell.
Give me another iron hide. We only have so many iron hides.
Yeah,
I mean,
you these are the he's down to the last two.
I take another iron hide, and I keep my eye on Roan this time.
I'm like, drink, don't.
But yeah, so there's on the sides of the room, there's 3 pedestals on each side, and each one has a basin full of water. It looks like this may have been some sort of ceremonial washing room or whatever.
Oh, all right. Are the basins mobile or
Nope.
I'm not asking to steal, but I was just
No,
right there.
it looks like they're sculpted into the stone.
All right, I take I pop the beer open and give a swig.
It's nice and chilled. You turn it towards the camera. Ironhide.
You chill it enough, and you just don't taste it anymore. I pass it on.
You know when it's done when the dwarf turns blue.
I pass it on to the next person. Hand it over to Aiden.
I'll take a drink. It's not very often you get a nice cool beer.
Yeah, it's not, especially not Ironhide.
That's
All
not the
right.
important part.
Well, I'm gonna
Cool.
try to. I'm gonna,
Oh, did you want some?
No, these clowns are just doing whatever. I'm just
Are
like,
you gonna wash up in the basins?
Well, we have. There's no
Wash
reason for
up.
us not to mess around.
well, you said something about some pedestals or something.
Yeah.
I want to kind of just take a look around and see if
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
anything.
So looking at the pedestals, they're ornately carved, and then there's just clear water in each of the basins on top of the pedestals.
I wonder.
Okay.
Pour some beer in there.
Well, I was actually wondering what if we mess with the magic a little bit, because I dabble in magic, and this is an ice fire. There's ice flames. What if we did some add some actual flames there? What do you think?
Well, that's not magic. Here, stick a torch in it.
Well, I mean, it's a magical flame. Magical flames and chemical flames are different. You fine with this drone?
No.
I'm gonna do it anyways.
Good luck.
All right, guys, watch this. And I flick my fingers and then point at the flame and make a bonfire on the icy flame spot.
Like just in the brazier where the
Yeah.
So the two like it looks really cool. So you have there's a swirl of the purple blue flame and the orange yellow, like, you know, it looks like they're fighting like fire and ice going at it.
That was worth it.
I wonder if we could forge some armor from this.
I can only keep that up for so long. But it's like if I can only do that like 4 minutes tops.
Really? That's too bad. Because there could be something here with that we could use.
Like I know I get where
next
I get where you're coming from, like because are you a smith too?
I dabble.
You a member of the guild?
Of course.
I go for a fist bump. We do a fist bump. All right.
The membership
Smith
fist bump.
Bros.
Yeah, we might have to come back here and investigate using this for turning this room into a smith because nobody else is using it.
Yeah.
Let's turn it into a foundry.
There's plenty of stone around here. We could, make a little.
Yeah.
A little whatchamacallit.
I released my my bonfire.
Okay.
Because another thing I can do is actually control flames. That's another of my abilities.
Can you control that flame right there?
I could give it a try. There's only something, but like there's not a reason to right now. I could like shape it and stuff, but like there's like not. I just want to because like you know how like you may not be aware of this, but it's kind of hard to do magic. Like there's only so many times. Like I'm at like 4 of those like kind of spells a day.
Did you work? How long have you been working to get up to that point?
Years.
Wow. Slow learner.
No
huh?
spells today.
Yeah, that's exactly it. No, it's just like magic is hard.
No, I get it.
Unlike the stories, I don't know, like if humans keep the stories going on still, but like us dwarves still have stories of the legendary magics and legendary weapons that were just powerful and not as easy as it once was.
I don't believe in that stuff.
And I just made a fire, and there's an actual icy cold
Well, I
flame.
believe
right
in some of the little tricks that you're doing and stuff, but I mean the powerful magics and stuff. I'm not so sure about all that.
Some days I feel the same, but some days I still try though, because I want to one day make one of those like legendary artifacts. Really push the border of like what people have made for years.
I got a little bit of interest in that too. Maybe we can make a little something.
All right. Well, let's move on to the large door. Go back to the other room.
Still thinking about those pedestals. I really want to touch that water. But
Touch it.
Do it.
Touch it,
kinda,
man.
All right, I'm gonna dip my hand. There's 3 pedestals with
Oh,
water in them.
there's 6.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm just gonna touch one. Little dip.
Yeah, so
When he goes to touch it, I want to like bump at the back of his shoulders, like his whole hand kind of goes in there.
Oh, it splashes and
yeah, so your whole hand goes in, and it kind of goes in with force, but it doesn't splash. Your hand just kind of like slips into the water. It doesn't even ripple, and it feels surprisingly warm. And like all the dirt and grime that you picked up while meandering through, a literal river of shit.
yeah.
Like
I forgot.
just kind of like sloughs
We're
off,
pretty shitty.
like sloughs off your hand, and like falls to the bottom of the basin and then vanishes.
Whoa!
I'm gonna dip my other hand in,
Yeah, same
and then
thing.
I'm gonna
happens.
start dipping my face. Put my
Yeah,
head
I'm
in
dipping
there.
too, man. Fuck it. This is great.
I'm getting clean.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
You're,
we're dipping, man.
You're no longer blue. You had some blue on your lips. It was glowing.
Oh.
Oh, I try to fill up a container of it.
You dip the container in, but it does not fill.
Well, that's weird.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
You can't take everything, dwarf.
Well, I know, but it's still worth a try. I was gonna take all the water. I was just gonna take a sample of it.
I'm gonna be thinking about those pedestals for a while, but I'm interested in checking the rest of the place
Yeah.
out too.
Hey, little man, you went in on this? I can pick you up.
Yeah.
Yeah, how big?
I'm
Are they?
like
I'm thinking
3
just like a
feet.
bowl.
Yeah, no, it's like a large bowl, like
Oh, okay.
I'll just dip the
like
halfling
about
in
like
there.
a foot and a half in diameter, I would say.
I'm gonna while he's
Shit,
dipping
I'm
him
2
in.
feet and 11
I'm gonna
inches. I
sneak
can
over
fit
to
in
one of the
this
other
shit.
ones. I'm gonna dip my my I have a symbol.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna dip it in, see if
Nothing happens.
it's really clean now.
It's super clean now, though. You've never seen it so shiny.
He dips me in it because I'm 2 feet 11.
All right.
2
Yeah.
feet 11, really?
Yeah.
You are very clean now.
Yes.
He's been baptized.
You look over and like Adarmil is like his nose is like the tip of his nose is like in the water, and he just looks like so amazed and amused.
Cool.
All right.
All right.
I
So-
want a bathtub of this at home.
I'm gonna make sure I take the lead going through the next door.
Like I
I'm
think
just
this
gonna
is
just
a
budge right in front.
this is a good place to keep in mind. Like this would be converted to a pretty cool forge.
All right. So you're at the double doors. I'm just gonna push them open.
Yep.
All right. So you push them open, and it opens up into a large room, and in the middle of the room, the big feature of the room is a giant statue. And it's a man sitting on a throne, and that throne is on just like a mountain of skulls. And all around that, there's it's like statues of beings. There's humans, dwarves, halflings, elves, and they're all reaching out of what looks like a river towards the statue and towards the man on the throne. And above that, there's a sun made out of like brass and gold, and it's embedded with jewels. And in the torchlight leaking in, it looks like it's shining down on the man. And then in front of that statue, there's an altar.
So part of my backstory, I was taught about the gods and magic and stuff from
Yep.
Korrig, my kind of mentor or whatever. And I don't know a lot about all the other gods. I know about my god, but I feel like I looked at a picture.
Yeah,
of it or
yeah.
something
This
of
is
these.
unmistakably
Okay.
Ustar.
So then I
God of
say
the
out loud
underworld.
Ustar, like, whoa.
Oh, this is Ustar.
Yeah, this is Ustar. For
Where's the
sure.
pineapple? I don't see the pineapple.
Pineapple.
Because that was the other. I followed Ustar and talked to the pineapple.
Adaramil walks forward with a basket of fruit.
Is there a pineapple in the thing of fruit?
No, there is
oh.
not. And
He just
puts
walks
it,
up there with it.
Yeah, and puts it on the altar. An offering for you, Ustar. And as soon as he says that, he stands up straighter than you've ever seen him. And he turns, and his eyes are glowing.
Oh.
You got a little something on your face, Adarmil.
Mira's prophecy spoke of 4 adventurers led by a servant of mine who would rescue me and my kin. Are you the heroes of prophecy?
Well, geez, just lay it on thick.
Yes.
Real
Yes,
thick.
we are. We are definitely the heroes of prophecy.
Oh, thank God. Oh, man. We have been just stuck for a very long time. So you guys are going to save us now, right?
Who are you?
Oh, well, I'm Ustar, obviously. You know, my statue, my altar. Didn't my servant tell you? And he gestures at Roan.
I'm just real uneasy about this.
So you're a god,
Obviously.
and you're just.
Well, I mean, I know I'm in this puny mortal coil, and like, couldn't I get one with better clothes? And he snaps his fingers, and like the clothes, like are completely mended, and like they look brand new, and like they now have like little like gold trim, and
Well, Bruce, looks like you got a new boss.
he looks terrified. He's like. And he's just like sipping on the last beer.
So, so all the gods are trapped wherever you are or are with?
Oh, I have no idea where I am.
You don't know where you are?
No, it's like it's real dark. So like what I can do is I could take over a vessel here in my temple where I have a very strong link to this plane of existence. But yeah, no, Zolgranok really got us good.
Who?
Zolgranok?
Zulgranok.
So you know who did this then?
Yeah, I just have no idea where he's keeping us.
Who is Zolgranok?
He's a dick. He's some sort of otherworldly being from a plane of existence, not unlike this one, but elsewhere. I don't know, and for some reason, he had a beef with me and my family, and there was a whole war. You heard about the war, right? Wait, how long has it been? What year is it?
It's been a couple millennia.
Oh. So things are working out okay still without us?
Oh, I mean, yeah, it's been a
Helping.
couple thousand years. Actually, things are going fine.
Well,
Didn't expect that.
I mean, like,
didn't expect that.
like magic apparently is not as strong as it once was. but
Aha,
it's like-
so we're still helpful.
well, I
like
mean,
that.
aside from that, though, you're doing pretty well. Like there was chaotic wars right after the gods disappeared, but besides
Wow.
that,
Well, okay. So, all right. So, but good news is the heroes of prophecy are here. You guys are gonna save us. We can come back. We can have a little party. It's gonna be great.
sure. So, what kind of aid do you have to offer to the heroes of prophecy that we are?
Don't you want to know what you need to do first before you just start asking for stuff?
How is
Man, mortals have not changed.
how is Roan feeling about all this right now?
I'm not too sure. I mean, are these guys just like straight up convinced that?
Oh,
he is-
I don't think it's an actual god. I'm just because like what kind of god acts like that?
I know, right? That's what's throwing me off. So a little bit uneasy.
Granted, I know nothing about this god either, so who knows? Maybe he's pretty carefree.
Yeah, but how does this guy know?
The fact that he
Rowan.
pointed to him in front of all of us and didn't he tell us anything about this? I'm sitting here confused too. Well, yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm just gonna read some prayer from my my book.
Just ignore the god and just start reading from your prayer book.
Well, because
Go
if
sit in
he
the
is
corner.
the god, he'll know that I'm praying to him.
Yes,
and he
because he's
will-
in the same room as you are.
No, but trust me, we're gonna figure it out. We're gonna figure it out.
Figure it out.
Just don't know how to prove that,
Like,
Something weird.
as you're praying and stuff. Do you is there anything specific that you?
I start reciting the just going off wherever the 5 verses.
Okay.
And so everybody who follows what I follow knows those verses, and
Okay.
I don't even need my book for those, to be
All right.
honest.
Okay.
But
All right. So, all right. So, now, I can promise you awesome stuff because it seems like for whatever reason you guys are super selfish. But here's what you got to do. All right, because for whatever reason there's always some sort of quest with these things. So, you know where Mount Azos is?
Do I know where it is? What would that be?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah, we
you
do.
know where it is. All right. So you must open the gates on Mount Azos using the 3 keys my brother hid. You'll find them in the temples of Iela, Todite, and Ramlin. And I have no idea why he made this so damn complicated.
Isla, Todite, and who?
Ramlin.
And your brother. So Zogranak is your brother?
No, Zolgranak is not my brother. Zolgranak is an asshole.
Oh, is one of your other brothers?
Well, I mean, no. Zolgranak is not related to us at all.
So,
Zolgranak is not a god.
but one of your
He's
brothers.
some sort of demon.
One of your brothers did hide the keys to the mountain.
Yeah, Xenos did.
All right. Hid by Xenos. As my notes are notoriously terrible when I look at them in the future.
You know, so I was like, wait.
To the point
how
where
does-
All right. Once you've opened the gate, find the tavern keeper, and he should be able to get you to us.
There's
Alright.
a tavern beyond the gate.
Oh yeah, it's a great place. You guys are gonna love it.
okay, I'll definitely keep this in mind. You have any boons you can grant us before we head out and do this amazing work for the glory of
For
the
the
gods?
gods.
Hey, you in the corner, praying. Rowan, put your sword up here on my altar.
I will not.
I can put my hammer on there.
I'll put my sword on there.
He goes over to you. He puts his hand on your shoulder, and he whispers something into your ear that, like, only a god could have known about you. Like, you haven't told anybody.
Wait, I couldn't hear that. Can I walk up to him? Leaning in.
I'm just trying to figure out if that's you telling me that it's
as you
legit.
like start to move towards him, like he snaps his fingers and you're stuck in place.
Son of a.
All right, I'm gonna put my sword up there. I'm still not gonna say anything to him, really, but I'll put the sword up there.
All right. So you lay the sword on there, and as soon as you do, this purple black light almost kind of like flows out of the altar like a fluid, and completely surrounds the sword, and it seems to like be soaking into the blade of the sword.
Get in there.
And then
know how this works.
after after a few moments, the light like retreats, and the blade, it's turned color. It's like it seems to like kind of pull light into it, and it's like this like black, like deep purple, almost black.
Can I do an
Like-
Arcana
like
check
void?
on while that flame was going on?
Yep.
Just to see like if it's the same type of flame in the other room. Natural 20.
It's not the same type of flame as in the other room.
Do I know anything? Pick anything else up?
You can tell that it's ridiculously magical. Like
Right.
one of the most magical things you have, or probably the most magical thing you've ever encountered.
Is there a way for me to find out if like I've heard of anything like this before in any of my like learnings or anything?
Yeah. So there's an old story about a servant of Ustar wielding some sort of blade that would allow him to steal the life of his enemies.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Well, that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
What you did.
All right. Well,
Yeah, I got a sword
good luck,
too.
guys.
I got a sword.
Where are the other temples?
Go talk to your god. And like the
Oh, so
Ad-
that's
ad-
your guy.
Admiral's eyes like
Maybe.
blink back normal, and he's like, "That was weird."
Hey. But look, you got a new set of duds out of it.
I should have asked him where the other temples were.
Hey.
Yeah, you were trying.
Yeah.
And then so as he disappears, Pete, do you pick up your sword?
Yeah, I pick it up, and I imagine these guys are just gonna be like eyeing me down, like, what's that?
Eh.
about?"
Yeah. So you pick up the sword, and like it, like you feel like a connection to it. Like it feels like you're bonded to this weapon. And as you pick it up, there's a smell like little poof, and there's a scroll sitting on the altar.
Message. All right, I'm gonna pick it up and I'm gonna look right at it. Well, first we put the sword up, try
That's
to
it.
check it out a little.
You're gonna have
bit,
to let me
probably.
check out that
Yeah.
sword later.
So you just kind of innately know this. So it's a +1 longsword. So that's +1 to your attack and your damage when you wield it. And it's a magical weapon. And after each long rest, roll a d4. And that many times on a hit, you can heal yourself by the damage that you dealt to your target.
Cool.
Neat.
So is there a name for that? Just like a life steal. kind of thing?
But you can
it's a
you can
mechanic.
name it yourself.
Yeah, you can name it yourself.
Yeah.
You'll be able to
you
come up with.
call it Ustar's blessing.
That's cool.
Cool.
Well, Rowan, I think you can work on that name a
So
little
I
bit,
get a
but
D-
until then, that's a pretty.
D4, just D4.
Well, yeah. So you roll a d4, and that's how many times you can use that day.
That skill.
Oh, so I gotta roll that determine that now kind of thing.
Yep. Yeah, and so it changes every day. So some days you'll be able to use it once, some days you'll be able to use it 4 times.
Okay, so every day roll it, get the blessing.
Yep.
See how many times I can.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
So 4.
So 4 times a day.
That's
Just,
definitely a pretty useful sword. especially for
So how does that work
a
though in
warlock.
combat? Did you say? I
Oh
probably
yeah,
missed
so
it.
in combat on a hit, you can say like I use Ustar's blessing, and then whatever damage you dealt that turn, you gain that as health
with that attack or
with
that.
with that attack.
Alright.
So I mean, but if he uses like he can get like with his hex and stuff add more damage, and
Oh,
that
yeah.
will add into the health as well.
Cool.
Definitely pretty neat.
Wait, spell damage stuff too,
Uh,
or just the attack?
it as long as the sword hits, and so like with your hex
Okay.
target or whatever you.
Okay,
get,
so with the
yeah.
hex or okay.
Yep.
Gotcha.
You're going to become a pretty tough target.
Feeling pretty good.
Alright.
Maybe so like I gesture for everybody to walk out of the room. So I think for now we should play along, see where this takes us. Because
Yes.
we just saw a legendary item being created, and that was great. All right, nobody's seen that for millennia.
I want to know how to do it.
Oh, I do too. And I'd like to do it without relying on gods, especially gods who've been away for millennia.
I agree.
Like, I'm not too keen on bringing them back, actually, but if we can bring magic back,
We should take this fountain. Or that flame fountain.
well, we
I
can
want
always
to know
come
what that
back here.
scroll said.
Yeah, I was gonna bust it open and read it,
Oh yeah,
but then I
so-
got a blessing.
So yeah, you like kind of unfurl the scroll, and it's a map of pretty much the world, and there's different glowing symbols. There's 4 of them. There's one in the Ailston Islands, and it's like a silver glowing hammer.
Oh, that would be Toadite. What mountains was it?
It's in the Ailston Islands.
Ailston Islands.
Yep. Then in the Ashwick region, there's a green tree glowing.
Is that
That'd be me.
what god is that?
Ilela. IELLA.
And what's the name of that area?
Ashwick.
Ashwick.
Yep. And then in the Belmore region, there's a red pulsing spear. And then the 4th one, like that region is it's in the what was it, the iron.
Oh, the Mount Isnos area.
Yeah, Mount Azos in the Iron Fields.
Yeah. So yeah, the mountains like in my homeland area.
And the red spear must be the Rambling.
Ramling.
So, do you guys follow any of these gods? Because I'm familiar with Toadite. I mean, I wouldn't be a follower, but
I am taught the teachings of
but
Ilela.
we do dwarves do acknowledge the stories because he is the god of crafting. So we respect that.
And
I'm familiar with
Darmel can fill in any questions you guys have about the gods.
So Darmil, what can you tell us about Isla and Ramling?
Well, Ramling is a god of war. He really liked pointy things. So I'm guessing the spear is Ramling.
All right.
Let's see, what else? Let's see. Younger brother of Ustar and Xenos. Yes, he was the small one. They didn't always get along. Let's see. Yella, she was the one. She really liked nature, like plants and things that give me allergies. Like just so much pollen with that one. But she also liked to hunt things. Like archers always prayed to her.
All right. And so who was Xenos? I'm definitely not familiar with that god.
Oh, that was the king of the gods, the eldest.
Oh.
And
Yes,
that's
the god of storms, the god of the sky.
And he had 3 keys.
Well, I don't understand this whole key business. I don't remember reading anything about keys.
Oh, we fill him in a little bit on like what happened while he was possessed.
Oh, Mount Azos.
Yeah.
That's the home of the gods.
Oh, I just figured it was just another mountain.
No, that's where the gods lived.
Right.
But nobody's been there. Nobody who has gone there has ever returned.
Well, that sounds unlikely. I'm sure that there's got to be somebody who returned.
Not since the gods vanished.
Because like, there's got to be so much untouched stuff there if the gods used to live there.
That sounds interesting. Let's go.
Well, we can't go there yet. We should probably hit some of these other places first.
Did Daramil say anything about Zolgranok, the guy that came and took all the gods? Does he know anything about that?
That is not a name I'm familiar with at all. Bruce, you? No.
So I guess we could try to decide like which of these temples to find first. Because we're on the one hand we could go to Toadite, which because we're already at a port city, and if it's on an island, where are the other ones? Unless there's the ones that are closer to it, because like also at the same time we could hit one of the other places if we're more familiar with it.
Right.
Because like there's a lot of islands that it could be on, and like try to find out the island as we go to the other places.
So, do we have a map or anything that we can see the?
You
locations?
literally have a map.
Oh,
Yeah.
we do actually have a map. Oh,
Right. So, which
All right,
ones
what's
look
the-
the closest?
yeah.
It would probably be either the one in Ashwick or the one on the Elston Islands.
I was gonna guess the Ashwick. 'cause
is
that's
there
how you
a
listed
like
them
a
off.
if we hit Ashwick, would there be like is there like a port city nearby that one too?
Ashwick is landlocked.
All right,
landlocked? Yes.
So where's I guess the other one that's on the land.
Where's the
Rambling,
Yeah,
the,
where's Rambling?
his-
Rambling is in Belmore, which is like coastal.
so all
Coastal
right.
towards the
Islands,
north.
then Bellamy.
Oh yeah, so we could hit
Ashwick.
Ashwick and then hit Belmore and then the islands last.
But Ashwick, don't you have to go through Ashwick to get to the Iron Mountain Range or whatever?
Mhm.
Yeah, so that would probably be your last one you want to go to.
Which one? The Ashwick one?
Yeah,
Oh,
that splits up your land.
well, in that case, we would go to the islands first, and then Belmore because it's on the port, and then to Ashwick last.
Yep, and then to the mountains.
Okay.
Whoa, this is how long is this journey gonna take, guys?
3 months.
A long ass time.
Yeah.
Although if we ever do come back here and try to convert this to a fort, we're gonna have to nail up that god door because that's just a hazard.
Yeah, we don't want anyone to really get in there, right? To ransack the
Right.
place now that we, busted the door down.
Well, that's actually a good point. Like, there's now like people probably aren't gonna find it, but there's like now a busted down wall.
but the
to this
guard
area.
knows we went down, so
Well,
there's a
I'm
chance.
sure he doesn't care
Well,
because he got paid.
But there's fruit
You
down
got the
there.
skills. You can.
Yeah, we could do some
We
quick.
do that door.
We could do some stuff with it. Like,
Could you,
we can't just like build a wall like easily, but like we could do something there.
Isn't that what dwarves do?
Yeah, I was gonna say dwarf
Like
can't
I'm
build
not
a
I'm not
wall.
a bricklayer. That's not one of my skills.
I thought-
I just have like the basic understanding.
You made it
of
Isn't
sound
that
like
petty
all
work?
dwarves can just do these things. I mean,
All right,
especially
well-
better than any human.
We'll toss some rocks in as best we can.
It's human.
All right,
great.
so are you guys leaving the temple now?
Yeah, I think
Yep.
we're leaving.
Yep.
All right, so you guys start, or as you guys are leaving the temple, there's like you're approached by 3 figures. They're wearing long black robes, and their faces are covered they're wearing masks with they're like hideous like demonic faces on the masks, and they have like horns and stuff.
Are we still in the sewers?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're still underground.
We're in the town area underground.
Yep, and then they each have like a pendant around their neck, and it's just like a grinning devil, pretty much.
Does that look familiar to anybody?
So, you're the ones that Zognarak is worried about. Zogranok is worried about. Well, he won't be worried too much longer.
Did you just repeat yourself?
I corrected my.
Like the guy did say Zogranok twice.
No,
All right.
no, I corrected my thing. All right, boys, let's kill him.
Now wait a second. Before we get into this, I gotta ask something.
I draw a sword.
They've already drawn their swords and are running at you. But you are welcome to.
I
Say,
guess
wait a
I guess
second.
we're not gonna be parlaying at all.
Maybe your sword will just take him out right now.
Just slice them all in one shot.
I rolled really high on initiative. I got a 4.
Okay, so I have got my dex here.
That life steal is going to be pretty useful here because if you take 2 hits, you're unconscious.
I know.
Yeah.
Same with you guys.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's see what we got here.
Renton got 10.
10 for Renton. Okay.
10, but he
For
goes
Aiden.
first.
Okay.
8.
8 for Roan.
Iranon got a 4.
You guys
God,
are
we're
just-
rolling terrible.
Wow.
On initiatives, yeah.
Initiative doesn't matter that much, really.
I know, but the entire rolls have
No,
been
I've had some.
Well,
Well,
you
actually, like a lot of stuff, I've been rolling pretty well, except for the times I don't. It's almost like there's a 1 in 20 chance every time.
Oh, weird.
And then we have Aiden, and then it is Roan. Then it is the cultist. Then it is Arnon at the end. All right. So who is leading the charge out of the? Well, yeah. Who is like in front, leaving the temple?
I mean, I'm feeling pretty good with my new blade.
True. All right. So it's probably you then.
So probably go
Yep.
in.
All right. Yeah. So the leader of the cultist, he runs up to you and he swings at you with his scimitar. What's your AC?
16.
All right. He misses.
Okay.
All right. The second cultist is going to run up to you as well. And hit. And you are going to take 4 damage.
Uncool.
I know, man. I'm sorry. Renton.
Am I within 5 feet of him yet?
Yes.
I use Primal Savagery cantrip, and my teeth and fingernails sharpened, ready to deliver a corrosive attack. Against the creature within 5 feet. On a hit, the target takes 1d10 acid damage.
That is terrifying.
That's a terrifying halfling now.
That is absolutely terrifying.
It's like that creature that was on Madeline Island that one time.
Yeah.
The chupa thingy.
The imp.
So do I just roll my attack?
Yep. Yeah, roll your attack. Are you attacking the leader or one of the cultists?
I'll attack the leader. How about
Alright.
that? So I'd roll and just add 5 to it, looks like.
Yep.
9.
That is a miss.
Jesus.
All right, Aiden.
All right. I will go up to the one that hit the crazy quiet guy,
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
and am going to swing my axe or a sword, and that's about it. Natural 20.
That is a
Oh.
crit.
Yeah, that's a.
We're doing our house rules of a max and then
All right, yeah, 1 max die roll plus whatever I roll.
yeah.
All right, so that'd be 14 damage.
And that was on the cultist that hit.
That hit, yeah, the one actually hit him.
Yep. All right, that is a dead cultist.
Awesome.
You
And then,
basically just lop his head off.
and before I forget, I'll use my bonus action to shove the other cultist that was on him.
Oh, you got the shield fighter?
All right.
that's a great one.
what do you roll for that?
It's
I-
athletics. And it's contested by it's a
shove.
it's
And
either contested by either athletics or acrobatics. Which one's
yeah,
higher?
Okay.
something like that. So that's fine.
You can either knock him back 5 feet or knock him down prone.
Right. Natural 20.
Yeah, no, that works. That
Alright.
works.
So he's prone.
All right.
Which one is that?
The other one that's on
The
him.
leader.
All right.
All right. All right. Roan.
Okay, so we got 1 down and 1 prone.
Yep.
Okay, so there's 1 still up swinging,
Well,
right?
Well, yeah, but he hasn't. He's still back away.
The prone.
Okay,
You're
so I
gonna
got-
The prone one's right at your feet.
and you'll have
Okay,
advantage
so I
on
should
him.
probably go for him then. I don't know what the advantage gives me.
You get to roll your
2 dice.
your
2d20
twice,
on your attack roll.
Oh,
and take
okay.
the higher one.
So.
We're
oh,
gonna
shit, That's a
hit.
25.
Go ahead, roll
on that
again.
one, yeah.
You could get a 20.
Oh no.
Or
so
at least
that's
hit.
21 there, but okay, hit. Pick the higher of these 2, 5, so 9,
All right.
and then I'm gonna use one of my blessings.
All right. So when
Even
you
though
use,
it's over heals.
oh,
but
so yeah. So when you use the blessing, like there's like the sword itself kind of gives out like an otherworldly wail, and you can literally see like life force being drained from the person, and it like runs through the blade of the sword down the hilt and like into you.
Damn, that's
Whoa.
cool.
What the?
Just getting that juice.
Yeah, and like any cuts or bruises that he had, like mend before your eyes.
Well,
Cool.
That's gonna like. I might miss a turn just because I'm so stunned. That was like right in front of me, man.
Never see anything like that.
All right,
I haven't either.
Then the other cultist is going to run up and hit the guy with the shield.
Oh,
I'm
that
sorry
didn't
if I
scare him
said-
away. Thought he'd be running away by now.
It scared me, man. I'm sorry if I ever said anything about,
And
about
miss.
Yeah,
Miss
that's
completely. Aranon.
all right. I'm going to. Who do I want to go for? Let's go. Like I could probably. Does the cultist on the ground, like the leader, is he like bloodied looking?
You did 9 to him, right?
9, yes.
Yep. Yeah. He's not looking great. He just had a life force literally sucked out of him.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go for a swing on him. Because I mean, might as well hit a guy while he's down. That's gonna be a 18,
That's a hit.
and let me actually grab the right dice. That'll be 9 damage.
Yeah, you crush his skull with your hammer.
And after I
Wow.
do that, I turn toward the last guy. I say, "Take him alive." The last cultist.
Who are you talking to?
I would talk to you guys.
Nakai will not be taken alive.
Well, we're going to, unless he kills himself.
And that's my turn.
All right. We are back to Renton.
Oh, really? That cultist didn't go.
Yeah, he did.
No, there's
You
like
swung at him.
yeah, there's one
Oh.
dead, and like they're both dead except the other cultist who just went.
Well, I definitely won't be able to apprehend this fellow by hand, so I'm gonna use my scimitar on him. Maybe get him down a bit.
Go for what is it called, like in 5th edition, where you like you say like you're going for non-lethal. That's what it is.
Yes. That'd be a 24.
That's a hit.
Wow.
Why couldn't that have been my teeth? D6.
Just pull a spell out of your ass. What do you expect?
Yeah. 4.
4. Okay. All right. Aiden.
All right, so I will attack. What we got? One left.
Yep.
I will attack him. Actually, I'm going to move up to him first, and then I'll do the shield bash first, and try to knock him down.
Okay.
So 15.
It works.
All right, so then I will attack with the sword, and 19.
That's a hit.
Wow, whopping 4 damage.
All right. He's still up.
I think you have to.
Roan.
I think in the future, I think you have to. It's after an attack you use your bonus action.
Oh,
to
you
do the
can't do
shove
it
attack.
before. Okay.
Well,
I was
until
the-
until level 5, where
No,
like you get 2
As
attacks.
long as you attack in the same turn.
Oh, is that how it works?
Yeah, I read up on that.
I just know that's
Alright.
like one of the coolest feats in the book.
Right.
I got a 15 to hit this moth.
That is a hit.
Gonna pull your blow or try to kill him because he is intruding on your temple. But on the other hand, it's up to you.
Yeah, we'll go for non-lethal because I want to work with these guys a little bit. You know,
Alright.
got a long road ahead, so going for non-lethal. Probably just do well, I could do 5 damage, but can I just because it's non-lethal?
It's
I don't
non-lethal.
have to?
Yeah, you don't have to.
Okay, well then we'll go with the 10 non-lethal.
All right. He crumples to the ground.
In case.
That is also a great feat. Like I'm surprised how well that's working. The whole re-roll your damage dice.
Well, I just rolled 2 at once and just picked the better one.
And I think that brings us to our stopping point for tonight.
Cool.
All
Sounds
right.
good.
All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in and hanging out with us. If you want to, we're gonna do a little short little after show thing here in a couple of minutes after we go get some waters and stretch out a little bit. So stick around for that. Otherwise, we'll see you next Monday.